Hello Collective, welcome to Music Channeling. Please take where resonates. Your go-to song is One Sweet Day. I have done other readings, it will be linked down below, but I've also done a previous one, also will be linked down below. I don't want to do too much explaining, but this is kind of like your part two, more or less. But yeah, I got this song on the 28th of May, okay? Let's get to it. I will say this though, what I'm tuning into right now, before we start with the cards, is that they have a lot to say. They could feel overwhelmed, okay? Man or woman, okay? Over a message. They know that you guys will see each other again. They don't, you guys will meet. For some reason, they know that's the fact that you guys will meet each other again. Okay, I don't know when or how, but they know it that you guys will meet again. Okay, number one. Number two, they also wish they told you how they felt. Now, I don't know if they're going to tell you how they feel when you guys meet again, but they have this strong knowing that Collective and Soulmate will meet again at some point in your guys' life. Okay. Will they open up about their feelings? I don't know. But what I'm tuning into right now is that they have a lot to say and they feel overwhelmed. You get me? Okay? Will they confess when you guys see each other? I don't know. I feel like they want to, but they might also be like shy away from it. But they kind of know that they will see you again, so I don't know why they won't tell you how they feel. Maybe this is just on like speculation, but maybe they feel like it's too late. Maybe when you guys see each other, you're already with somebody. Okay. But this song, this message is coming up for a reason. So, well, let's add some cards to it. What else is relevant for Collective in terms of this reading? So we got this card. So it came out in reverse. So I guess they didn't want you to move, okay? Or they shouldn't have moved. You guys could have been neighbors. You could have lived together. You could have cohabitated. And since it came out like this, you know, I'm just trying to make it right for the camera. Basically, they wish that never happened. They wish you never moved. They wish they never left, you or them. Okay, for a lot of you guys, this connection had to be relocated, or they had to relocate because of work, because of, I don't know, residency, and time was up. They had to go, you had to go, but it's in relation to a move, as in, we should have stayed together. I shouldn't have left. Or I'm also tuning into someone that feels like you guys shouldn't have moved in. Maybe it was too soon, and this is what, you know, led to the ending of it all. And yeah. We got distractions. So what's also relevant here is somebody's realizing they shouldn't have been distracted, because that's also what took place. Maybe some of you guys realized, or even them, I would say this, whoever is spiritually in tune, you could have suspected it was some magic that took place. This card was in reverse. Whether it was magic, illusion, confusion, right? Some sort of disturbance within energy. That wasn't the case. Somebody made the wrong call. If you were suspecting that was magic happening, it wasn't. Your person was distracted. And yeah. And if they're the one that's spiritually like in tune, they could have thought that you did some magic, or magic was affecting this relationship. But ultimately what happened here is that Somebody made a choice and it was out of free will. And somebody regrets it now. Regrets it now. Anyways, so yeah, they want to love you. They want to open a new portal, aka a new door to loving you right. But they seem to just choose to love you wrong, specifically in terms of this moving thing. That was like the breaking point of how things went from heaven to hell. Okay? Anything else that's relevant? So let's do Romance Angel card. Okay. For some, whomever, the issue here was work, finances, career. So they probably had to move for work, or they couldn't focus on work because of the connection or the move they made in terms of you, or moved away or something, right? Money was an issue, and work, career was an issue as well. Maybe they were trying to balance it, and things just, yeah, I'm getting the energy of like things were not as organized or calculated in terms of their actions when it comes to work life, being balanced themselves and you. But the move thing, the moving out, moving in, was the breaking point of the separation. Okay, but overall collective, obviously they want to make things right. Okay, for some of them, they want to get this relationship back on top again. But like I said in the channel message, even if they know that they will meet you, I don't know when or how, they just, like there are things that they need to tell you. I'm not quite sure if some of them will tell you because of the timing. Okay, but yeah, some of them really wants to fix this relationship again. But it's kind of like, I don't know what it is, but somebody has this knowing that collective and we will meet. But it's kind of like these circumstances. They don't know if you're going to be with somebody or if they're with somebody. And I'm also getting the energy of like, at least on their end, if they're with somebody, they could definitely express how they feel. But I wouldn't know if it's going to be like, let's rekindle. Because let's say they're with, I don't know, I'm tuning into spouse. Some of them could be married by that time, but like, let's just say they're in a relationship. They meet collective. You guys are cordial. You had this meet cute, serendipity type of like spark. It's great. They're in a relationship. They can't be like collective so and so. Okay? So this is the type of connection where it's like you and this soulmate, you guys are cordial. It ended, but it ended on good terms to where it's like if you see each other again, you guys will have a conversation. You guys will have a cup of tea or coffee or even go out for a drink. But it's not gonna be, how do I say, let's get back together while they're in a relationship. I feel like your person is they're very I'm tuning into family orientated, but they're also like, they don't play games in a relationship. This is a very loyal individual where it's like if they're in a relationship, they're not gonna be like, let me go and cheat with collective because of their emotions. So it's the type of person where it's like they will end things with the other person before they even initiate anything with you. Okay, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why I am, as a reader, not quite sure if they're going to spill the beans on the past or how they really feel. Okay. But again, they know you guys going to see each other again. If they're with somebody or not, they're not going to end it based on irrational, like, emotions. I feel like a person is very logical. They're very logical in that sense. Um, but who knows what happens after that drink or that coffee, right? But just like based on impulsivity, that's not their vibe. Okay, this is somebody that's like, no, they don't. They're not irrational like that. That's not what I'm getting. Okay. Um. Okay. All right, collective. Anything else that's relevant? We got the Queen of Swords. Somebody could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, feminine. You're done. Or they're going to end the relationship with a air sign female. That could be the information for some of you guys. Or I don't know, maybe they're like, they realize they should have ended it with this air sign. That's for some of you guys. They realize they shouldn't have initiated something with an air sign female or somebody that was like controlling. Because I'm not getting cheating here. I'm getting the energy of like when things ended, as in when this move out, move in separation took place because of this housing situation. Over time, somebody ended up with an air sign female, and that was like the end all be all. They were actually pretty toxic. Or they're realizing they were toxic when it comes to an air sign female. If you're the air sign female here, somebody's in hermit mode. So when somebody wants to say a lot, but they can't. So they're keeping it inside because they don't want to be toxic or obsessive. Okay. But they definitely want justice or bring justice. All right. It's changed. Watch it for a feminine based on the romance angel card. This situation here. If you're watching for a feminine, they don't see you as their soulmate. Or they wish you never went to somebody else. I'm also getting that. Okay? If you're watching for a masculine, some of them still have feelings for you. Some of them don't, but if they see you again, those feelings will come up again. So right now, some of them still has feelings for you, even if you guys are not together or if they're with somebody. Okay? For the rest of you guys, those feelings will activate when you guys see each other again. Again, based on the channel message, I'm not quite sure if they're going to act on it because they're not that type of, they're not irrational. They're not going to be like, oh, collective, they see you and they're going to be like, we should be together. I'm dumping, whoever they're with right that instant. They're not going to, that's not how they move. That I know that's very, like, that should be clear to somebody. That's not how they're going to move. Okay. All right. And also some of them are wishing that you will see eye to eye to them. Something about not seeing eye to eye. Okay? This card came out as well. They want you to forgive them for something. And whatever this is, you might be pissed. Some of you guys could have a drama, or there was some sort of drama here with this ending. Because I'm channeling, we're not seeing eye to eye. I wish that we could. I don't know if somebody said this, but somebody wants you to forgive them. And whatever they need you to forgive them for, or somebody needs to forgive you. But if you're going to forgive them, I think you're going to be pissed about this. Whatever this forgiveness is, you're like upset about this. You're irritated by this, collective. You're like, what? Okay. Maybe you don't see that this is a like forgiven matter or something. I feel like this is for somebody specific. Let's do your advice card and keep it moving. Okay, so we got there's always enough. You guys have this synergy where it's like you're always going to be linked together. Okay, you could be dreaming about each other. Like if I'm going to use logic into this, life happened, decisions were made, and like right person, wrong timing. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. You guys can still work if you want it to work. It's just like the emphasis of this message is this: timing is relevant. You see each other, relevant, but it's the confession because somebody has this. You remember, like I said in the beginning, somebody has so much to say and they feel overwhelmed. But when they see you, crickets, right? It's a similar thing where it's like, as an example, if there's an issue in the relationship and nobody speaks up, and then there's resentment, and then there is separation. Like somebody is not the best communicator, right? So it's giving like a missed opportunity, but it really isn't. Like it's not that deep. Your guys' situation is not that serious for this to not work out. Somebody just need to like get their communication skills like in motion, you know? So first, middle, last initials. Something about a Sagittarius as well, or Sagittarius season, okay, which is December and January. That could also be relevant. All right, first, middle, last, collect the. Okay. We're gonna just do a little dates, you know, a little when. I will say this, I'm the type of person that my channel messages are more prominent than the card clarification, okay? But obviously take what makes sense to you. So we're gonna just add a little numbers game, as in dates, hours, weeks, months, things of that nature, okay? Number 3 could be relevant. So 3 hours, days, weeks, months, within 3 years, on the 3rd day of a specific month, okay? We also got number 9 could be relevant. Same thing, hours, days, weeks, months. I'm also tuning into 6, okay? And my numerology is kicking in. 369 is prominent, okay? Somebody's intuition is on point, okay? Somebody has some sort of knowing, okay? At least in terms of this relationship, they're like, the fact that I said in the beginning, somebody knows you guys gonna meet each other. They could be a great manifester, you know, to have that awareness, that is it's major. Collective, thank you for watching and see you in the next reading.